Hello, pilots, and welcome back to Flight Academy Season 3, brought to you by Out of Art Gaming. As always, my name is Phil, and today we have Game 4 of Group 2. As always, the format rules are in the description below, but joining me for this matchup we have...
James, I'm here again.
Hey James, welcome back. We have a ship that I don't know if you've ever actually come across at all on the board.
Not in version 2. Like, not even 2.5. I don't think I've seen the, I don't know what the exact name of the ship is. The
Nantex.
Nantex in version 2 at all.
It's a much lesser spotted ship, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays. But I think there's another ship that you're probably a little bit more familiar with.
I think
did you want to let us?
This guy, it's the main man of the Empire himself, Darth Vader, being flown by Gruff. In the TIE Advance
one
with fire control system and afterburners. A solid build on any Vader.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't fit any more on him, unfortunately, but that is just a brilliant build. You can't really get better than that. 75 points.
Ability, afterburners gives him a boost, and it's Vader whose ability to spend force to do whatever actions he wants, as long as he has force, is terrific. What is Vader up against?
So Vader is up against the lesser spotted Nantex with a Sunfac piloting it at I6 with the gravitic deflection and end snare. Now, these are pretty much the only upgrades you ever give a Nantex, and in 2.0 shipbuilding, it was all you could give it. It had 2 talents, and that was it. In 2.5, you could actually put more on it. But I'm going to quickly run through what this ship can do, because again, we haven't really seen them since they got nerfed out of existence. But the Nantex ship ability, Pinpoint Tractor Array, allows it to, after it fully executes a maneuver, it may gain a tractor token to perform a rotate action, but it can't put the arc in the rear. So you gain a tractor there. Sunfac, while you perform a primary attack, if the defender is tractored, roll 1 additional defense die. Now you're probably thinking, attack die, yeah, sorry. So many things on here that it's hard to get around it. Now you're wondering, how can that tractor not be on Sunfac? And that's with End Snare. In the activation phase, you may transfer 1 tractor token to a ship in your turret arc of range 0 to 1. And then gravitic deflection, while you defend, you may re-roll 1 defense dice for each tractored ship in the attack arc. So this ship lives and dies on its tractor.
And focused stuff going on with that. It's also an interesting approach that the players have had, because they've both gone to the middle and then turned in. So it's basically as if they just started in the middle of the board anyway. They've just rotated the board.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think it's an interesting one to... I mean, the Nantex does want to get in quite quickly, but it also needs to be careful about jousting, because jousting against any ship, but especially Darth Vader, is always going to be dangerous.
Yeah, I'm surprised Vader is going kind of closer to the rocks, though, because if he gets tracted, he's on it.
Can't be tracted onto obstacles anymore.
You're right.
So...
Yeah. Again, I don't see a lot of tractors.
I think because...
I see tractors, I see them on the road sometimes, but I don't see tokens on the board a lot. And
especially with the update to tractor, it lost its appeal. You can't tractor off the board or onto obstacles. You can tractor them, you can barrel or tractor them in front of an obstacle,
and
but
also,
then if they...
the ship that gets tracted is it take a stress to rotate 90 degrees?
Absolutely. You took the words right out of my mouth. That is exactly what it can do. So even if you put them in front of an obstacle, they just go, all right then, I'll turn, thank you. But that's only if you use that tractor to move the ship. If the ship doesn't move, it can't rotate.
Yeah, okay. if the tractor shenanigans don't really pay out for Rich, then we're looking kind of at just dice v dice, and I feel like that mostly favors Vader, especially now he has the lock for advanced targeting computer.
Yeah,
Sunfac needs the bullseye to get the usual 3 dice that Vader has.
absolutely. It's going to be tough, especially the Nantex only has focus and evade. In 2.0, it has no way of getting a target lock, so that is going to really hamper it. It's a very lean.
It can't even the tractor itself to be able to do any kind of repositioning.
Yeah, I mean, it does have a really nice dial though. Like, it's got a lot of blue on that dial. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's not exactly terrible. What Rich has got to do though, he's got to be really sensible with his turret arc and plan in advance, because if he wants to get that tractor, he's going to have to rotate that turret arc.
Right. Yeah. So, Vader's just clipped that rock.
Yeah. Just clip that rock to take in an automatic damage. Does he take another one? No, he is fine. But giving up a cheap shield there. But yeah, it's going to be tough for Sunfac, I think, against Vader. If he can get Vader in a position where he has to go over obstacles, that's going to be quite handy. I think that should be 2 hits there.
Let's see what the...
okay, so they've re-rolled it. 2 crits. Whew, that's pretty good. But plenty of evades there. I mean, I think this is actually...
It's a curious one, because there's not like a lot of abilities triggering in this. It's very position-based. You know, Vader is clearly trying to line up a particular kind of shot. He's keeping his distance.
Yeah.
The talent roll, so he's facing Sunfac, but yeah, there's also like no torpedoes, so you're not entirely worried about the range control here. It's
just straight shots
in some ways.
Yeah, it's very old school, straight shooting type of match, and it is going to come down to who gets that really solid position to capitalize on it. And I think that advantage in a way does go with Vader, because he has the reposition.
He does, but it's initiative 6, so it could just come down to who wins the initiative on that round has the information to reposition.
Yeah. Oh, that is a solid shot there. So that's 3 hits. Advanced target computer putting the crit in. 4 dice from Sunfac though, so...
having any shields.
4 natural evades.
Can I buy those dice?
I mean, I think you'd have to spend a lot of money for that. 4 natural evades. That's like amazing.
That's crazy.
Unfortunately, the red dice. Well, he's got the focus.
I'll spend it because he didn't need to spend it on any of those green dice.
I honestly thought that Sunfac was taking a crit there.
Yeah.
That was wow. But yeah, you were saying obviously coming down the road is going to be really important with that positioning, especially I think for Rich with wanting to use that tractor and rotating the arc. If he knows where he is.
Okay, Vader is range 0 to 1 of me and he is over there. I'm just going to point my tractor over there. There's no guessing about it. That's where he is. I can tractor Vader.
Yeah. And like I said, tractor Vader, if you can get yourself into a nice range 1 with the bullseye and you've tractored him, and you'll then have that focus, 5 dice shot is, in theory, going to be pretty spectacular.
Also, if you can Yeah, tractor him like right in front of you. You can get that bullseye.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's definitely going to get the tractor onto Vader. He might opt to not move Vader.
Yeah, I think what I would do is tractor myself, barrel roll to the left.
Oh, of course, yeah, you tractor yourself first, don't you?
But I mean, you've got range 1 there. Has he got bullseye though? If he's got bullseye, which I think he has,
Just the position where it was like, okay, I'm just out of bullseye on this side. I'll barrel roll and maybe get it on the other, but he might have avoided it on both somehow.
but the good thing is he's put himself in a position where he's not going to get shot. So that is always going to be good.
He's safe. He doesn't need those amazing green dice.
No, he can save that. He can mix them up with the red dice and hopefully get a good shot. But let's see.
A lot of finger pointing. Is he moving? He's not. But I think Vader is taking.
He is rotating. I don't. Yeah. Again, I don't. That is not right. Unfortunately, I don't believe you can rotate there.
Right, because the move didn't happen. But
yeah, because there was no move.
Then we'll leave it.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
can't go back and do it.
I honestly don't think comes up a lot. So, oh well.
I mean, when I got these tokens from Buy the Same Token, I got the tractor token just in case, and this was the first time I've used it. Or at least the first time someone's used it. I mean, go home, Vader. That's rude. 2 hits, 2 crits. Come on. We've seen what your dice can do. Can you do it twice? No.
Yeah, he can.
But still.
They'll spend it to stay safe.
So 3 of 8. Just the crit.
Which
is damaged engine.
Oh, not a great one for him.
No. Making all those hard turns red.
Yeah, none of his shot turns even go from blue to white. They're all red.
Yeah.
And
not in bullseye, but it will still be a 4 dice range 1 shot with the turret arc.
I wonder if, because Vader rotated, did that move him out of the bullseye in some way? Because the base is slightly longer than wide.
Slightly rectangular. I'm not sure, actually. Possibly. Oh, and Gruff getting away with that.
It just feels like it's rectangular because that's the cardboard, but the actual base itself, I think, is still a square. Right?
Yeah, actually, that. You know what? I have a base right next to me, so whilst we're having a look and seeing what's happening, I'm just going to pull a ruler out. So bear with me.
So long, but I don't know what the shapes are. Is it a triangle? What's happening?
Oh, it's definitely a dodecahedron.
Ah, of course.
So 40 mil on one edge. I can confirm that it is a square.
Okay, so the rotate didn't matter.
The rotate wouldn't have mattered. Or my red base is a square.
They're clearing the stress, going for the barrel roll.
Yeah.
He's spinning, he's trying a new trick. Well, an old trick, I guess, Finn.
Yeah. We can't teach an old dog new tricks. But now this is where it's going to get interesting for Rich, because he can't do those hard turns with much ease, but he's going for the sloop. But he can't do the tractor to rotate because it's still an action and he's got a stress.
I mean, he might still have Vader in the turret arc.
It looks like he can shoot at range 3. I mean, any shot is good, but this is the final shot of the round.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, time's gone. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, timer has gone.
I guess they did spend turns vying for position at the start. So
yeah, it's a very cagey one. This one.
Yeah.
But let's see. Can Rich pull it out of the bag?
I mean, a crit could do it.
Just a crit. Not with those evades. Well, these are some great evades on this table.
Yeah.
So we will be going to Final Salvo for this one to determine who the winner is.
Now, for some fact, it uses the Bullseye's 3-die gun.
He would use the higher of the printed
He gets the
ones.
advantage here because Vader normally only has 2. He only
Yes.
gets the third from the ship ability.
Yeah. So that does favour Sunfac there. Let's see what comes of it.
So, who we got first?
Rich getting 1 hit.
Okay. And also 1 hit, but
Yeah, Gruff getting 1 hit, so having to re-roll that because it's all on the hits and crits. It's not like Road.
fair enough. It's been a while since I've seen one of these.
Oh, hit crit there for Rich, and Rich takes the win in the end there through Final Salvo. So a very cagey match.
points does Rich get for that?
So Rich will get 3 points for the win, no bonus point for the kill. So any win this time round is 3 points, but if you do manage to take your opponent out, you do get the additional point. You never know. Will we see that elusive simultaneous kill and see someone get max points and someone get 1 point? So far, in 2 seasons of Flight Academy, we haven't seen it happen, so fingers crossed it might eventually happen because I want to see it because it'd be funny. But let's have a quick look and see what that does to the table now that we've had the first 4 games of Group 2. So as we saw last time, Scott is taking a commanding lead with 8 points at the top of the board, 2 wins, 2 kills. Rich and Gruff both have a win apiece. Rich going ahead due to the head-to-head result there of having beaten Gruff, and Fraser still yet to score. But as I said, each player still has 4 games left, so there is still potentially 16 points up for grabs for each of them going forward. But James, once again, thank you so much for joining for this. I hope you enjoyed that cagey matchup there.
Yeah, that was very interesting to see that play out.
Yeah, a ship we very rarely see, but awesome. Well, we're going to have more games coming up soon, so hopefully we'll get you along for those. But in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.